Hello, thanks for tuning in. This is the Turfway Park Report for Saturday, December 2nd, 2017. 8 races on the card for you this evening here in Florence, Kentucky, and as always, the polytrack is fast. Tonight's first race is a maiden filly 2-year-old claimer. The claiming price $7,500. The distance is 6 furlongs. The morning line favorite draws the rail. Number 1, Surely a Bullet on the class drop for owner Emily Mode.
And they are racing. Not the greatest start in the world for Kentucky State, but a quick start for Surely a Bullet, who fires on out. Quick and stride as well. It is Painted Verse. Up on the outside, it's In Play. Back is Black is racing in the 4th position. To the inside, there goes Abby Dorney Lass is a close-up 5th, now overtakes 4th, in fact, as they run up the backstretch about 3.5 off the pace. Then a margin of about 7 lengths to Tales of Mischief, and then Hep to Go in Kentucky State as last. First quarter was 23 and 3/5 seconds. Onto the far turn, it's Surely a Bullet in Painted Verse. These two match strides as they make their entrance to turn. There goes Back is Black. Up on the outside, through from the inside is Aberdorny Last, still racing in the 4th position, about 3 off the pace as the field runs around the far turn. And it's still Surely a Bullet up top. Surely a Bullet arrives to the quarter pole with the lead, but pressured up to the outside now by Aberdorny Last, who's coming at him and coming on as they run at the top of the stretch. Surely a Bullet. Here's Aberdorny Last up to the outside and sweeps up to collar the front runner. So Surely a Bullet digging down deep. Here's Aberdorny Last and Malcolm Franklin up and on the attack and opening up by the 16th pole. Abby Dorney Last drawing away. Surely a Bullet fighting gamely for second as Hep to Go is going to challenge that one, but no doubt about it, Abby Dorney Last wins it. She wins it by about 4. Tight photo between Hep to Go and Surely a Bullet in 1:12 and 3.
In number 4, Abby Dorney Last runs down the favorite in the final 16th of a mile. Abby Dorney Last breaks her maiden here for owner Billy Garrett and Laura Slagle, trained by Brent Santangelo and Malcolm Franklin with that strong stretch ride. Number 4, Aberdorny Last returns $12.40, $7 440. Second was the 1, Surely a Bullet. Third, the 2, Hep to Go. And fourth, the 6, Tales of Mischief. The winning exacta was 4-1. That returned $64.60. The trifecta of 4-1-2, $94.10, and the super came back $1,484.60. Running time for the 6 furlongs, 1:12 and 3/5 seconds. Tonight's second race is a wide open claimant event. The claiming price $5,000. The distance just 5 furlongs. Field of 9 to go with the morning line favorite at 9-5. Number 4, Uncaged for trainer Chip Brownfield.
And they are off. It's Beach Hut and Uncaged who are the quickest. Also, from the inside, it is Rot. Up on the outside now, joining the front ranks, there goes Lagoon of Diamonds. And I Used to Have Money as raced up into 4th. 3 lengths further back, Macca now comes next through from between horses. Now there's War Ready. To the inside is Kim Mannon. Last away early is Chasing Greg. Onto the far turn run. And on the outside, it's Lagoon of Diamonds. Lagoon of Diamonds and De Leon show the way 3 parts of a length to the inside. Uncaged races a closer second. I Used to Have Money breezes up 3 wide. Third, Whip comes out on Beach Hut. Here's Macca now splitting horses as they run at the top of the stretch. It's Lagoon of Diamonds. We'll turn them on down. Uncaged, the synthetic specialist, has raced up into second. Through from between horses, Mackinac is closing in, but inside the final furlong, the outcome has virtually been decided. Laguna of Diamonds is gone. Laguna of Diamonds opening up with each and every stride. Laguna Diamonds punched in by De Leon, wins by almost 7 in the end. Mackinac got up to be second. It was a 3-way go for show, including War Ready, I Used to Have Money, and Uncaged. Running time up on the board, 58 and 1/5 seconds.
Number 6, Lagoon of Diamonds, shines bright in race 2 from Turfway. Drew away with authority in the stretch run. This 9-year-old is owned and trained by Kim Hammond and smartly ridden by Azael De Leon. Number 6, Lagoon of Diamonds picks up his 11th lifetime victory and returns $6, $3.20, and $3. Second, number 3, Mackinac. Third, the 9, I Used to Have Money. And fourth goes 7, War Ready. The daily double was $69.40. The superfecta, $5,735.20. The exacta $23, and the try $309.20. Running time for race 2, 58 and 1/5 seconds. Tonight's third race is a maiden claimant event, 30,000 down to 20,000 the claiming tag. It's for maiden 2-year-olds to go 1 mile. Jockey change on the 1 to Alberto Pusac. Entry mate 1A, Blanco S, to Dean Sarvis. Morning line favorite number 3, Captive Kitten, for trainer Wesley Ward.
And they are off. Derby Dreamer broken a tangle in his last. But it's Charm Offensive who's rushing on out through from between horses. There goes Captive Kitten. Also, Miguel is sandwiched right in between those two runners. Down the inside, Midwatch racing in the 4th position. Oh My Mike, the gray is 5th, about 3.5 off the pace. Ramblin' Rudy Rags, tugging hard against Kennedy, has moved up into a joint 5th, about 3.5 lengths off of the lead. Then 2 lengths further back, away in 7th is Riddling Reason. Towards that one's inside in 8th is Derby Dreamer, and then comes a Blanco S. Next, they head up the backside. First quarter was slow. They walked it out 25 and 1/5 seconds. So Captive Kitten, the freshly gelded son of Kitten's Joy, shows him up the back stretch in front by just about a neck now as Miguel pressures from between horses. Charm Offensive on the 3 wide side is 3rd. Midwatch and Corey Orm is tucked in neatly along the rail in 4th, about a length and a half off of the leaders. There goes Ramblin' Rudy Rags, cut loose by Kennedy. Yellow Cap moving well on the far turn, and following that one, undercover is Riddling Reason as they have just about 3 furlongs left to go. The half was 49. Second flat. There goes Charm Offensive, but here's Ramblin' Rudy Rags up to on the attack to the outside. Now Riddling Reason continuing to grind away on the 3 wide side 3rd. Midwatch is going to get a clear inside passage as they run to the top of the stretch. And on the inside, Charm Offensive. Here's Ramblin' Rudy Rags continuing to take a shot at the leader and Riddling Reason down the stand side. Midwatch still grinding up the fence outside the 16th pole. And Charm Offensive opening up here. Charm Offensive, the 2-year-old son of Munnings, is drawing away. Charm Offensive to give Franklin 2 on the card. Wins by 4.5 in the end. Ramblin' Rudy Rags was second. Tight for 3rd between Midwatch and Riddling Reason. And the running time on the board was 1 minute 40 and 2/5 seconds.
Number 8, Charm Offensive, puts it all together tonight and breaks his maiden convincingly here on the slight drop in class in the stretch out for owners Bantry Farms, Dennis Alfieri and Thomas Girardi. Michael Ann Ewing, the winning trainer, and Malcolm Franklin with his second victory on the card. Charm Offensive, $13.80, $6.80, $4. Second, number 9, Ramblin' Rudy Rags. 3rd to 6, Riddling Reason. 4th to Midwatch. There was a late scratch of the 5, Boastful Boy. The exacta, $93.40. The try, $1,004.50. The superfecta, $24,074 even. The winning daily double, $48. Consolation double with the 5, $560. The winning pick 3, $187.40, and the consolation pick 3, $32.70. Running time 1:40 and 2/5 seconds. Tonight's 4th race is a starter allowance event to go 5/8 of a mile. Number 8, Proven Warrior from the stable of Kim Hammond looks to give jockey Malcolm Franklin his.
They are racing. Lil J stumbles leaving the starting gate through from between horses. There goes Stay on Shore. Also being punched up, if you build it on that one's outside, is Proven Warrior. Mana Blue stacks up a 3 wide 3rd. Nifty Shippy, the 4-time Poly winner, has been shuffled back to 5th as Mana Blues just went by him. Here comes Perpetrator ranging up to the outside of that one, and at the back is Stay on Shore. They blitz into the far turn. It's Proven Warrior, the 14-time winner, takes over the lead from Little J, who's back into 2nd. Mana Blues being punched along 3rd. Perpetrator moving well in the white blinkers outside of that one, ranges up and about the 4 path as they run to the top of the stretch. First quarter was 23 seconds flat, and they spin on down for the money. It's Proven Warrior through from the inside, if you build it, down the center of the track. Here comes Perpetrator, who's coming at him and coming on. Perpetrator up to the outside of Proven Warrior by the 16th pole. Proven Warrior, here's Mana Blues emerging, and Mana Blues got the split, and Mana Blues in a photo with Proven Warrior. He resurged to the inside, so photo finish in the starter allowance and race for it Turfway. Proven Warrior to the inside, Mana Blues to the outside. Can't split them.
Number 10, Mana Blues, grinds out a victory, splits horses late, and gets up right on the wire to win for owner Jeff Ross and trainer Ron Brown. Leandro Gonsalves was up top on number 10, Mana Blues, who gets his 6th victory in 2017. Number 10, Mana Blues, 940, 460, 340. Second, number 8, Proven Warrior. Third, number 9, Perpetrator. And fourth, number 2, Disorderly Conduct. There was a claim of foul. The rider against the 8, who finished second, claimed foul against the 10, but that was disallowed. The exacta, $22. The trifecta, $200.80. The double, $100.20. The super, $2,569 even. The pick 3, $142.90. Running time, 58.35 seconds. Tonight's 5th race is a maiden claimant event for the filly 2-year-olds. The claiming tag, $7,500. The distance, 1 mile. Scratch number 4, She's Flat Out. That makes number 8, Woman of Love, the morning line favorite for trainer Myler Ryder.
They are racing. Bunny Boss blitzing on out, and My Lady Dowry is being asked to quicken as well. Kieran Street off the gate racing third. Woman of Love stacks up 4 wide fourth onto the run of the clubhouse turn. Cheating X off the gate in the 5th position. Masha Boom is racing along in 6th, covered up by Landa C, who's 7th. Chocolate Covered Donut away racing in the 8th position, already about 12 or 13 lengths off of the early leaders. Then a separation of 2 back to B-Deb's Fortune, who is 10th, and 11th in last is Stay True to the Game, who's 16 lengths off of the lead. First quarter, 25-1, so slow tempo being set by the Ramsey Charge. Bunny Boss, she's in front by 3 parts of a length. Woman of Love and Dean Sarvis ranges up to the outside in hand while second. Really tugging hard against Dean. He just took another cross there as he ranges up right to the throat latch of Bunny Boss. 3 lengths for the back. My Lady Dowry is overtaken third from Karen Street, who is 4th. 6-length break back. We'll find Cheating Next, who's about to be passed by Lander C, who's closing in and trying to catch that one in behind. There's Chocolate Covered Donut. Half mile, 49 seconds flat. It's Bunny Boss, but here's Woman of Love, who's ratcheting up the pressure to the outside. These two have quickened 6 lengths better than My Lady Dowry. Lander C switches wide for the drive as the field runs to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:14 and 4/5 seconds, and they turn on down. And Bunny Boss emerges with the lead. Woman of Love still pressures the outside, but is on the wrong lead and racing erratic in the stretch. Down the center of the track comes Lander C. Up the fence is Kieran Street, just outside the 16th pole. It's Bunny Boss trying to hold Lander C, trying to get to her. Late on the scene, Musha Boom sliding up the fence, but Bunny Boss all the way up top with Channing Hill wins by 2.5. Lander C was second. Musha Boom was third. Kieran Street fought gamely to be fourth in 1:42 and 3/5 seconds.
Number 6, Bunny Boss on the class drop. Takes him from start to finish here with Channing Hill for owner Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trainer Mike Maker. Number 6, Bunny Boss returns $8, $4.80, and $4. Second, number 10, Lander C. Third, number 7, Musha Boom. And fourth, number 2, Kieran Street. Superfecta, $2,391.20. The Exacta was worth $44.20. The Try, $214.30. And the Roll and Double, $55.40. The winning pick 3, $292.30. Running time, 1:42 and 3/5 seconds. Tonight's 6th race, a claimant event for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3. The claiming price $5,000. The distance is 1 mile. Number 4, Mo Big Deal is a morning line favorite with jockey Corey Orm.
And they are racing. El Gato Felix B spots him about 10 lengths. Leaving the starting gate, Mo Big Deal sitting on out for the lead. Also quick into stride was Memorial Blue. Also prompting the pace 3 wide comes And Thank You, spun out 4 wide. Thundercloud is 4th. Links to the back, 13 Roses taken in hand while racing 5th, covered up by Runaway Market, who is 6th. Then a length and a half further back down along the inside, Zane's Magical Cat races along in the 7th position, just about 7 lengths off the pace. Sigward races along in 8th. Up on the outside, it's French Badge in 9th, 2 further back to Big Brown 7th, who is 11th. And after that slow start, El Gato Felix B is 12th and last, about 15 lengths off of the lead. First quarter, 26 seconds flat. So snail-like tempo being set by Thundercloud. Shows the way 3 parts of a length. Mo Big Deal hugs the rail and the second spot while racing second. 3 lengths for the back. Memorial Blue races along in third. Then there's a margin of about 4 or 5 lengths back to 13 Roses. Then comes And Thank You as they have 3 furlongs to travel. The half, 49 and 3. Slow tempo for Thundercloud. We'll see if he has anything left. Thundercloud outside the quarter pole has opened up 2. Whip comes out on Mo Big Deal. Mo Big Deal under a full out drive and just got passed by Memorial Blue. Also running on 13 Roses as they run to the top of the stretch. And Thundercloud has had everything his own way. But here's Memorial Blue set to strike to the outside. And just like that, Memorial Blue went right on by the pace setter. So by the 8th pole, Memorial Blue opening up midpoint in the stretch here. 13 Roses switches off cover, rallying down the center to get up into the second spot, but Memorial Blue is gone. More Memorial Blue, another Munnings winner here tonight. Wins it by about 4. 13 Roses was second, Thundercloud third. French Badge from way back came on to be 4th in 1 minute 40 seconds flat.
Number 3, Memorial Blue sits well off the pace and turning for home takes. So again, 3, 2, 1. Number 3, Memorial Blue, draws away in the stretch to win under Johnny McKee. Number 3, Memorial Blue, owned and trained by Don Parker, and returns $11, $5.80, $4.20. Second, the 5, 13 Roses. Third, number 9, Thundercloud. And fourth, the 12, French Badge. Exacta, $85.20. The Daily Double, $50. The Trifecta, $344.70. Superfecta, $9,132.60. The Pick 3, $178. There was a late scratch of the 1 in race number 6, so consolation payoffs in the double, $860, and in the Pick 3, $23.60. Running time, 1 minute, 40 seconds, flat. Tonight's 7th race is a claimant event for the fillies and mares, 12-5 down to 10-5. They'll go 1 mile. Morning line favorite, number 5, Bella Be Proud, for trainer Dan Sainer.
And they are racing. Bella Be Proud went to her nose, leaving the starting gate, but recovers, but still is about 7 lengths off of the lead. It's Miss Valentina who's being hustled on out, but will take a wide angle into that clubhouse turn. Spontaneity away on the inside in second. Scat Lady away racing third. Katie the Cutie is fourth, about 3.5 off the pace. Queen of Corona is fifth. And then up onto that one's outside, racing long in sixth is Voodoo That You Do. Then there's a margin of 4 or 5 lengths back to Bella Be Proud, who is seventh and last after that stumble at the start. 25 and 3/5 seconds was the time for the opening quarter. And Paul J. Webster's Mia Valentina shows him up the backstretch. She's in front by just about 2.5 lengths. Katie the Cutie races to the outside of Spontaneity. They are second and third. Scat Lady for Scooter Arnold races fourth, about 5.5 off the pace. Then 4 to Voodoo That You Do is being punched along by Channing Hill. And then 4 lengths further back, starting to run after that slow start, is Bella Be Proud. As the field makes their entrance into the turn, 3 furlongs from home. Half mile was 48. In 2/5 seconds. So it's Mia Valentina, the 3-year-old daughter by American Lion, shows the way up top with Uzi by about 5 lengths. Whip comes out on Katie the Cutie. Also Spontaneity being asked to quicken. Here's Voodoo That You Do. Ranges up fourth as they run at the top of the stretch, and they've all got to get to Mia Valentina, who comes roaring off the turn. Mia Valentina, the Indiana bred, goes by the 8th pole with a 5-length cushion. Katie the Cutie under a full-out drive to hold second as Voodoo That You Do is bearing down on her. Deep stretch, Mia Valentina standing tall here in Florence, y'all. Mia Valentina all the way up top wins by just about 4.5. Katie the Cutie was second. Voodoo That You Do was third. And Bella Be Proud with a nice rally to be fourth in 138 and 3.
Number 7, Mia Valentina from the outermost post. Sprints right to the lead and never looks back, makes every pull a winning one for owner Paul Webster, trained by Billy Cunley, and Perry Oots was up top for the winning ride. 780, 480, 420. Second, number 4, Katie the Cutie. Third, number 2, Voodoo That You Do. And fourth, number 5, Bella Be Proud. Exacta, $59. The Trifecta, $111.30. The Daily Double, $95.80. The Superfecta, $470.60. The Pick 3, $702.90. Consolation Pick 3 with the scratch in the middle of the 1 returns $76. Running time for the 1 mile, 1:38 and 3/5 seconds. Tonight's 8th and final race is a maiden claimant event. The claiming price $5,000 of the distance, 6 furlongs. Scratch numbers 13 and 14. Morning line favorite, first time starter, number 3, Austin Ray, for trainer Wesley Ward.
And they are racing. Sluggish beginning for the favorite Austin Ray. On debut, broke last, but now is quickly rushing up. Up on the outside, Stormy Mission will get the next call. Through from the inside, Shankly Heights. Also prompting a pace, both Comedy Zone and Agent Mulder. Stormy Mission up on into fourth, about 3.5 off the pace, and then comes Got the Notion. Through from the inside, Holding My Own. Holding My Own is racing up to the inside, and the jock has a handful of horse and really closing in. Just going to have to get lucky and get some racing room through the first quarter of 23 and 4/5 seconds. On to the far turn run. Shankly Heights emerges with the lead, being punched along Comedy Zone from between horses. Up on the outside, Agent Mulder and Stormy Mission. Numbers never lie, is in between those. They're 5 across the track. In behind those, Got the Notion and Holding My Own still there with a chance, and Star in My Shoe starts to close in as they run at the top of the stretch. They're 4 across the track, and Stormy Mission on the far outside emerges with the lead. On the inside, still grinding away is Comedy Zone as they're in deep stretch. On the far outside, Got the Notion is rallying well, wide open in the stretch. Got the Notion on the far outside, up to the throat latch of Stormy Mission. Austin Ray is motoring down the stand side, but Got the Notion got first jump. Austin Ray trying to get to him. Got the Notion wins it. Austin Ray was second. Comedy Zone was next. Then came Stormy Mission and Agent Mulder in 1:13 and 2.
Number 7, Got the Notion, pulls the upset in the nightcap and returns $51, $21.20, and $13.60. The winner's owned and trained and bred by Bill Shadowan and ridden to victory by newcomer Ty Kennedy. Second, number 3, Austin Ray. Third, number 2, Comedy Zone. Fourth, the 11, Stormy Mission. And fifth, number 6, Agent Mulder. The exacta, $222. The try, $673.90. Super, $8,747.20. Late double, $265.80. The pick four was big, $4,924.25 for just a 50-cent wager. The pick three, $2,035.90. No winners in high five. Carry over into Wednesday's card, over $3,229. Well, that wraps it up for this Saturday edition of the Turfway Park Report. Live racing once again returns Wednesday with a first post of 6:15. For all of us here at the track, thanks for tuning in. This has been the Turfway Park Report.